It is a beautiful Wednesday morning, the 30th of October 2019. 9:33 is our time. Welcome to the world's best breakfast right on Heart and Soul Broadcasting Services. Thank you so much for joining us and choosing to use your data on us. We absolutely appreciate it. We are streaming live currently on Newsday Zimbabwe. Remember to tell a friend that they can listen and stream live as well on www.hstv.co.zw. Don't forget to like and to follow us on all social media sites. We're at HSTV Zim on Instagram, Facebook, as well as on Twitter. So as you know, we always have a special guest in the studio, someone we can learn from, someone who can inspire us, or someone who we just dislike for whoever they are, but we always bring them into the studio so we can have a discussion. So today in the studio, I am joined by the one and only, okay, he's a businessman, he's an entrepreneur, he's a mogul, he has YouTube videos even. I was actually shocked to discover that there's a YouTube channel actually. And of course, this is our business and our star of the day. He goes by the name George Billionaire Munengwa. Good morning, sir. How are you this morning?
Good morning, guy. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. It's nice to meet you.
Sure.
And nice to talk to you on the phone. You're very nice.
Thank you.
I think people normally assuming knowing someone is moneyed, that they are generally rude. Because when I saw your photo coming, I was just like, my way, but you're actually generally nice.
Sure, thanks for that.
Why are you nice?
I think it's just good to be, the way you treat people says a lot about you. So that's just how I was raised, and it's always good to appreciate and treat people the way you want them to treat you.
Absolutely true. So the name Billionaire, like the middle name, is that really your middle name?
That's a name I gave myself because that's the elite class of people that I want to be. So at a young age, I saw that, currently there are 2,187 billionaires in the world. So that's the circle of people that I want to be around.
Okay.
So I gave myself that name to affirm myself of where I'm going and where I want to be.
Absolutely amazing. So when did the entrepreneurship bug hit you?
That hit me in 2012. I've been a person who started off, working in an internet cafe. I did so many things, worked at Zimex Mall, selling phones, so many things. I've always been an entrepreneur in heart. And that's one thing that I've always seen myself to be. And when the opportunity came, I decided to venture into entrepreneurship, which is what we've been doing for the past 7 years, and ever since it's been going good.
And so far so good, absolutely. So Pro Air, how did that start as well? I think that's one of the biggest businesses that you're known for.
I think with Pro Air, it started in 2012. We're 7 years old. I found a need that people have. You can tell currently with the climate that's there right now, people are hot, it's unbearably hot. So, with entrepreneurship, it's about taking, seeing an opportunity and becoming the solution. That's basically how business is. And we saw an opportunity there that was not fully taken care of. And we began our business. And ever since, we've been providing people with comfort, heating, and cooling solutions and making the weather behave wherever they are.
I like that weather behave wherever they are. So, a lot of people actually say, especially in Zimbabwe, people are always saying like, okay, people go to school, they get their doctorates or they get their masters or they get their degrees, and then they're stuck at home, and then everyone will be like, oh, no, you should be an entrepreneur, you should start your own business and everything. Is entrepreneurship for everyone? Do you really believe that it's for everyone?
I believe if you are going to embrace the future, you're going to need to be an entrepreneur. Now, an entrepreneur does not mean that you need to leave your job, but it means you have to find some other source of income that adds to the current income that you're getting. You're going to find that artificial intelligence, the robots, you see how quickly technology is taking over so many people's jobs. A lot of people are being retrenched because the computer can do that. So a lot of people who are going to school, who are listening, you need to actually see an opportunity, provide a solution, and start actually trading. I love the social media platforms because, if you go on all these platforms, people are selling. And people now want more convenience. They don't want to actually go to the shop. They want
physically, yes.
They want things delivered to them. So where we're going, there's not going to be a lot of, people serving you. There's going to be a lot of things being done online. And the future is about convenience. So if you don't embrace entrepreneurship, I believe entrepreneurship is for everybody. It doesn't mean that it means you should quit your job. But ultimately, when you do something that you love, you actually will resign and quit your job and actually follow what you love to do, and that thing will take care of you.
Okay, what about the common notion that you can actually start like being an entrepreneur or start your own business from zero with zero capital?
I mean, I did that. I had a dream. I had a vision. I really believed that, and I used to go around, making people believe that Pro Air is the top leading air conditioning company when I was by myself. And, they say faith it until you make it. And people believed me, and they supported me. So a lot of people have this notion that you need money to start a business. I think money follows an idea. When you have an idea, you believe in it, you really work hard at it. I can guarantee you that money will come to you. So it's not that you need money to start a business. I think people who make that very elaborate, eloquent excuse
like
are
me,
people who are not
those.
yet very serious and are in their comfort zone.
All right, I'll be out of my comfort zone soon. And then do you believe in the element of luck as well? I mean, like, it's not every day. Everyone always has an entrepreneurship idea. Like, okay, I'm going to do someone do that. And then let's say they usually say, like, if your business doesn't last for more than 2 years, then it's just going to be the end of it. So do you believe that luck has a part in where you are today as a successful business person?
I don't believe in luck. I think preparation is one of the most important things that people need to do. And when you see an opportunity and you're prepared for it, people think you're lucky. I think even the people who do the lotto and they win the lotto, you actually have to take part in buying the ticket. You just don't win from nowhere. So there's a part that you need to actually do. So luck does not exist. I think you actually need to do something in order for you. I prefer to call it blessed.
Yeah. I like that. And then you're often referred to as a game changer. What do you think sets you apart from other business people?
I think I have a unique way of thinking. I like to change things. I believe the future is about people who are constantly changing. I love what our mobile phones do. They are constantly updating the software. They are constantly changing. And as human beings, I think we need to change. And with our business, with Pro Air and what we've done, we're constantly, bringing new things into the game. We're, offering more services and broadening our product base. Because if we just remain doing the one thing, I don't think we'd still be in existence. Because there are other people who will catch up with you. And when they catch up with you, they'll be ahead of you. I mean, we know that mobile phone back then, which we used to use, and where it is today, they remained in one place, and all these other, phones came and they overtook them. So you have to be a game changer in whatever business, industry, field you're doing. You have to remain, top of mind awareness, constantly upgrading, the products, the services, the things that you're offering, and just doing business differently. I think with me, I'm very loud on social media. I have a passion for marketing, and this is the future. The future is about social media. If you're not selling your products on social media, if you're not posting it, if you're not YouTubing, if you're not LinkedIn, if you're not Twittering, those are all free platforms. All you need is data. I mean, there are people who are watching this platform right here. And I mean, this is one of the, top followed, breakfast shows because people are actually following it on social media. So if you're not putting whatever you're doing on social media, I can guarantee you're going to be
You're going to go down.
Yeah, down.
All right. And then over the years, you've received numerous accolades. Which one for you is your favorite?
I think the best and most memorable one is the one I got in 2012. I got that from Pastor Victor Kambasha. He was my mentor. And I remember everybody was mocking me, saying that, of course, your mentor has to give you your award. And, a lot of people thought, it's not serious. But I just believed what he said. He said to me, George, this is the first award, but you're going to get so many awards, not only in the country, but internationally. And I held on to that. And it's amazing how over the years we've received countless awards, for the work that we do, for entrepreneurship, for, everything. So that one for me in 2012, the very first one, it meant a lot to me because I'd actually seen that in a dream when I was 21, believe it or not. I actually had a dream when I was young and I was getting an award, but I didn't understand what it was. I told my dad, he laughed at me. And, so when I was on stage and I got it, I remember the red jacket I was wearing and it made so much sense to me. And it was like confirmation of what I had seen many years ago.
Okay. Would you describe yourself as how can I say? I'm trying to find a word, but okay, let me rather rephrase my question. My question would be, how much of an impact does God play in your life as a person and as a business person as well?
Right. I believe I am nothing without God.
Mm.
Because if you understand where I came from and where I am,
Mm.
we'll need quite a long time to talk about that.
Mm.
But I've been through so much in my life,
Mm.
my upbringing,
Mm.
time I nearly lost my life a couple of times due to sickness, accident, so many things.
Mm.
And it's amazing how God has preserved
Mm.
and made me the person that I am.
Mm.
And God has spoken to me that I'm going to impact and change a lot of people's lives with my story.
Mm.
And for me, God is a pillar in my life, in my business. Proverbs 3 verse 5 to 10 is our mantra at Pro Air. It goes on to say, trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He will guide your paths. I believe so much in that. And for anybody listening, without God, whatever you're trying to do will not last.
Okay.
God has to be the pivotal foundation of whatever you're doing. The Bible goes on to say, submit your plans to the Lord and you will succeed. So some of us try and do things in our own ways and we're surprised why things fail. But God is always there to assist us if we call. And sometimes we like to run along with our own minds. Sometimes when you get successful, you think it's you. And a lot of people, think it's me. But you always need to divert the glory back to God because He's the one who gives you the ability to do every single thing that you're doing.
Pastor Mnengwa, thank you for that word, oh God. Hallelujah. All right, so what's the routine like for someone like George Mnengwa? What's your morning routine like? Because I know that there's this, when you watch YouTube videos, it's always like, oh, successful people read 60 books a month, they do this, they do that, they exercise, they do yoga, they don't eat meat and everything. So what's your routine like?
Okay, my routine daily, I love spending time with my kids. I take my kids to school and we
We
do
saw that on
called,
YouTube, school, and I was like, wow.
The school run diaries.
Yes.
We've been doing those for 4 years now.
So far, so good.
So it's amazing how, and you'll be amazed at the knowledge that those young people have.
Yeah.
And so my morning is school run diaries. After that, I go and have breakfast. I read a book for 20 minutes every single day. So from 9 to 20 past 9.
What are you reading currently?
I'm reading Think and Grow Rich.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I read that book before, but it's amazing the revelation you get of a book when you're at a certain level in life. I read that 4 or 5 years back.
Wow.
But I decided to go back. Yeah. So I read that, and then I'm not an office-based person. I love interacting with people. So most of my day is either breakfast, lunch, or having coffee after work. And that's how I market and I get business from people because I believe in relationship building. So I spend more time with people rather than in the office. That's basically my routine. I get home, I spend time with the family, and I sleep quite late. I'm in the process of writing a book right now, so I sleep quite late. Then I wake up 4:45 and my day starts.
Wow. Okay, interesting. So the book
is
it still undercover, or we can talk a bit about it?
It's undercover.
Yeah.
I think before end of the year I'll be done with it.
Okay.
It's about my journey, the things I've learned in entrepreneurship, the importance of mentors, believing in yourself, etc. Before we preempt the book, but the book is coming out soon.
All right, absolutely looking forward to reading it. Okay, so my next question would be, when do you think you get to a point where you're like, George Mnengwa has made it? Like, I'm done. Thank you so much. I'm retiring.
I think when I become a billionaire, I'm going to want to make more billions. And as you know, so many people
where are you now?
I'm close. I'm getting there.
Okay.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
I'm on the journey. And there's no way you can be a billionaire only in Zimbabwe. You need to grow your customer base. You have to think international. So for me, I think I will have achieved it when I reach that status, and then I become a blessing to so many people. I think I've got a heart to bring up so many entrepreneurs. I believe that currently I've got a mentorship class. There about 20 entrepreneurs are mentoring who are going through, who've actually resigned and started their businesses. And it's amazing how when I started, Pastor Victor believed in me, and all I needed was a little push. Somebody who believed in me. Because family and friends would laugh at you and say, "Hauna chikoro, hauna kudzidza, hauna mari yacho," all so many stories. But for me, Pastor Victor believed in me, and all he did was just encourage me and push me along. And that's what I've done with these other entrepreneurs.
Okay.
And so far, they're doing very well. I'm very impressed with the strides they're making. Even for them personally, they're really happy with, they thank me and say, you know what, nobody's believed in me the way you have. And I've taught them some of the lessons I've learned from my mentors. And I believe that's what young people need to do. You have to seek advice from successful people rather than asking how, for money, for a loan. Ask somebody, how did you make it? How did you, break from not having capital to start? What did you do? What books did you read? What advice can you give me before I start? Those are key things that will transform the young people. Young people think, you can YouTube, you can Google success. But you've got so many people who are successful around you. Absolutely. It could be a pastor. Success leaves clues. I always talk about this. Doesn't matter if it's the cameraman behind the camera. He can actually tell you something that he did for him to be the best cameraman.
Absolutely.
And if you apply that in your life, you'll be so surprised on how that can actually benefit your life.
All right. I like how you say that everyone can be a mentor and that there are always successful people around you that you can tap into and the likes. I remember there was a mentor that I had. Shout out to you, Benyu. I haven't forgotten. But, we'd struggle to get time to meet because she'd be so busy with so many businesses and the likes. How do you then find balance? Because obviously you mentioned that you have family man, you have businesses, you have everything else in between. How do you find time and balance to mentor other people to bring up that spirit in them as well?
For me, I want to be remembered for transforming so many people's lives. It's one thing to be remembered for, just having financial success. But my greatest accomplishment in life is to know that I've impacted, I've inspired, I've provoked, I've equipped so many people. So for me, I find time. And that's why I'm saying I've got 20 young entrepreneurs. Sometimes we meet as a group. Sometimes it's individually. Sometimes it's just for 5-10 minutes, just to check up on what they did. Have they accomplished what they said would do? So for me, part of my purpose is to actually assist other people. So I always make time. I may not have time. Initially, when I started, I wanted to help everybody. But I began to see that I don't have time and most of the people who are coming to you just want to talk to you. They're actually not serious. Yes. They tell you, I want to start business. Okay, what have you done? Have you registered? Have you done this? You find they want to tell you all these. No, but I don't have money. But if you're serious about something, when you're looking for a mentor, you're serious. And whatever they tell you to do. My mentor used to tell me to read a book in a week. And imagine a 150-page book. And you have to read it in a week. And if you're serious and you want that mentorship,
you'll read it.
You'll listen.
You absolutely read it.
And to so many people I've said one mentorship. I've got that George Billionaire Facebook page, which has so many videos of what I've done. So instead of meeting me and talking to me, if you actually watch those videos, you'll be surprised that you'll actually be answered without actually meeting me, because of the amount of videos we've done.
Okay, so unfortunately that time is not on the side. I'm sure we could talk all day long, and I see so many people watching. Shout out to Matete Zane as well as Timaj saying hello, and someone else watching from Habaroni there. But maybe my last question would be, what are your words of encouragement to the entrepreneurs out there, to the people, especially in Zimbabwe? Zimbabwe is going through a really tough time where a lot of people don't have jobs. A lot of people have jobs, but then they're not happy in their jobs. Some people have got into jobs just for the sake of, but then they're really not happy. What would be your parting shots to them as George?
I would say the most important thing you need to know is that God created all of us for a purpose. You need to find your purpose. You need to believe in yourself. You should not live according to other people's opinions about you. I was told I would never make it. People told me, you're too young, you're not educated for this, but you need to believe in yourself. And I believe Zimbabwe is such an amazing ground for entrepreneurs. I believe every single thing that's happening, those who have eyes to see opportunities will see them and grasp them. Instead of crying, we have power cuts, we have no water, we have a lot of things going on, but those are opportunities for you to look at.
Absolutely.
You can provide power, you can provide water solutions, you can provide so many things. And an entrepreneur is somebody who sees an opportunity and seizes it. So you need to believe in yourself. Don't worry about you didn't go to school, you're not educated enough. If I look at most of the billionaires that I follow, they actually don't have that much qualification. But one thing that they have super confidence, they believe in themselves, and they do not give up. A lot of people have started businesses and they failed once, and then they go back to working for somebody else. But I believe you have to really believe in yourself. I always talk about the word focus. Follow one course until success. People know me for air conditioning because I've done it for 7 years straight. And for other people, they do one thing in 3 months. The next 6 months, they're doing something else. But be known for one thing. I always talk, if we say Oprah Winfrey, we see something. If we say Steve Jobs, Cristiano Ronaldo, there's something specifically you see.
Absolutely.
So do something so consistently that when people hear your name, they're related.
And
or
they know
something.
that's definitely it.
Yeah.
Okay, because time's on our side, I know a lot of people would obviously like to get in touch with you or to watch your videos. What are your social media sites and how can you get in touch with George?
Right. We've got a website,
Mhm.
www.georgebillionaire.com. Facebook, we've got a Facebook page, George Billionaire. On Instagram, George Billionaire. And yeah, those are the platforms that people can see us. On LinkedIn as well, we're there as George Billionaire. So there's so much content that's there, so many videos that will inspire and provoke people to become better people.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, George Mlinga, for coming through to the studio. Personally, I am inspired. I know I'm one of those, and in our capitals, I can't start my business. But you know what? I pledge as of today, the 30th of October, by 30th of October 2020, I'll be started something. I promise.
Wow.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming through. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for inspiring us. And remember to tell a friend in case they missed the video. The video will be available on our Newsday Zimbabwe page. You can always watch it there, or you can follow the links on all social media sites. We're at HSTV Zim on Instagram, Facebook, as well as on Twitter. Shout out to everyone who joined us in our live video as well, commenting there. Admire, T-Match, Matete Zain, and everyone else whose eyes are there, but you're not commenting. It's still fine as well. Thank you so much, guys, for selecting the world's best breakfast. Again, make sure you catch us again tomorrow. Same time from 7 to 10 o'clock. But of course, I leave you listening to Freeman featuring Alec Macheso, a song called Ngai Bake. Have yourself a fantastic and absolutely blessed day. And remember to focus. You said it's to what?
Focus. Follow one course until success.
Simple as that. Bye, guys. Breakfast is served. Sakanga